ever buy something just because someone told you not to? You know, like you just had to prove a point.
Hmm.
Or maybe
Yeah.
stressed about like everyone judging your every money move,
Yeah, yeah.
even though they probably didn't even notice.
Exactly.
Well, get ready to dive deep because today we're tackling two sneaky psychological forces that love to mess with our finances, reactants, and the spotlight effect.
They're more common than you might think.
That's so true. So, listeners, if you've ever wondered why you make those head scratching money choices, you're in the right place. Stick around as we break it all down with real world examples, of course.
Because who wants to be stuck with dry, boring theory?
Definitely not us.
Huh.
Let's start with reactants. Picture this. A salesperson is going all out, really pushing you to buy, say, that limited time offer that feels more like a command than a choice.
Oh, yeah. And you can just feel that resistance building up inside.
Totally. Suddenly you're thinking, wait, why are they being so pushy?
Right. It's like our brains are hardwired to resist that kind of pressure. We crave control, especially with something as personal as our finances.
So, reactance is that urge to rebel when someone tries to limit our freedom, even if we were interested in the first place.
Exactly. It's that knee-jerk reaction to regain that sense of autonomy. We see this play out all the time in the financial world.
And it's not just about those, like, high pressure sales tactics
Right.
either, right?
Think about, for example, the regulations that were put in place after the 2008 financial crisis. A lot of people, even though those regulations were meant to protect them,
Yeah.
saw them as a limitation on their freedom,
And that made them,
made them almost want to push back even harder.
oh, wow, yeah. So, that need to feel in control can actually lead us to take bigger risks.
Exactly. Because if you tell me I can't do something, now I really want to do it.
It's human nature. Okay, so we've covered why we hate feeling controlled with our money.
Right.
But then on the other side of the coin, there's this desire for validation. This is where the spotlight effect takes center stage.
We've all been there.
Oh, tell me about it. Like, you treat yourself to something nice, let's say a new phone.
A new car.
Yeah, a new car even. Suddenly, it's like you're convinced every single person is staring, silently judging your every move, your every purchase.
Right. Did I spend too much? Did I not get the right thing? Was that a smart financial decision?
And the reality is, like, they probably didn't even notice.
Exactly. They are so caught up in their own lives and what they're doing and their own worries and anxieties, but we overestimate that attention.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, I overdrafted my account. Everyone knows. They're all judging me.
Exactly.
But in reality, no one really cares that much.
It's true.
So, spotlight effect is basically when we overestimate how much other people notice our actions, especially our financial wins and losses.
Yes, and it can be really, really damaging because it can keep us from making the best choices for ourselves.
It can even keep us from getting help when we need it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We worry about being judged for struggling or making what others perceive as a mistake. It all comes back to that fear of judgment.
This is making me think of all the times that I've probably held myself back financially because of these biases. Have you ever talked yourself out of a smart money move because of, one of these psychological quirks?
Absolutely. It happens to all of us.
Like, can you give an example?
Think about, have you ever not asked for a raise, even though you knew you deserved one, because you're worried about appearing greedy? Or you've avoided talking to a financial advisor because it feels like you're admitting defeat.
That's like peak spotlight effect and reactance right there. Wow. That is like a light bulb moment for me. I need to think about that some more.
And it's so common. We all fall victim to these biases. But by simply being aware of them, we can make significant strides in overcoming them.
So it's not like we can just erase these biases from our brains completely.
It's more about learning to recognize the signs when those biases are creeping in. So the next time you're about to make a financial decision, take a moment to pause and really examine your motivations. Ask yourself, am I reacting out of fear of judgment or this need to rebel? Or am I genuinely making the best choice for myself and my financial well-being?
So to wrap things up today, if our listeners take away one thing from this deep dive, what would it be?
Don't beat yourself up about it. These biases are part of what makes us human. The most important thing is to recognize when they're influencing our decisions and try to approach our finances from a more rational, informed perspective.
Amazing. This has been such an eye-opening conversation about the hidden forces that shape our financial lives.
It really has.
So listeners, The next time you're hit with a limited time offer or feel that pang of judgment about your spending, remember? Reactance and the spotlight effect might be pulling the strings. And with that in mind, you can start making those money moves with more confidence and clarity than ever before.
To your financial freedom.
Cheers to that.
Are you talking to one of those robots again, Daddy?